Right, so this is the point I really wanted to get to about this whole reverse racism thing, because I'm tired of hearing about it, and it's really just a myth. It's really a Jedi mind trick. It's not no such thing as reverse racism. It never has been. Black people can't be reverse racist because we don't control nothing that we can hold white people back with. We don't have no, there's never been an all black judge and jury set that's been locking white people up. There's never been like, we don't control enough jobs and stuff like that to tell white people they can't get hired. If you getting some shit from affirmative action or something like that, that's white people doing that. That ain't got nothing to do with nobody black. I sit up here every day on the internet, and even with this girl that gets just something that's recent, like I tell people all the time, just go into any video where somebody black doing a crime or doing something wrong and look at the comments. It's all white people talking about the 13%. I know all they little stereotypes because they say this shit every day, all day. It's the 13%, the fatherless people, the single mothers, all this bullshit. They do this shit every fucking day. But then they'll sit around and talk about reverse racism that don't even exist. It's some shit they done made up in their head to try to be victims of some shit that they not victims of. And I'm just sick about hearing about it because it's bullshit. I had a white dude tell me the other day in some comments that black mothers sit around talking about white people and teaching their kids all this shit, blah, blah, blah. No, the fuck they don't. First of all, black people don't care enough about y'all like that to be sitting around worried about y'all every day. We just don't. Y'all be the ones that be sitting around worried about black people. You can go on any video of somebody white doing a crime and there's nobody black in there making racial stereotypes, tropes, none of that shit, because we don't give a fuck. But soon somebody black still a pack of now laters, here y'all go with the 13%, the blase blah, this and that. Dude, I was watching the shit with the girl that killed the girl at churches last night. Even though everybody black in the comments was checking her and going off on her and saying she need to go to jail for life and whoever hiding her need to go to jail too, they didn't care about none of that. They was still up in there. Dude called me a ninja. I guess he supposed to be calling me a nigga. One dude called himself the plantation security. Is always some white men, and I ain't even saying it's white women. It be more white men, and I ain't saying that it's not white women that ain't racist that be on this shit, but it be a lot of these white men that be on this bullshit. How you gonna name your channel the plantation security? Like, you're not about to secure nothing. You gonna probably get your ass beat, dog. Because most of these motherfuckers are sitting here hiding behind screens and blank screens. They ain't got no videos on their page. You can't see who they are. They just be talking shit, and they do this shit every day. We had an incident up here where a white dude shot our Kroger's, and I know police officers. They had already told me way before the news even came on it was a white dude that did this shit. But in the comments, oh man, wherever the bus goes, the urban people are always on the bus and blah, blah, blah. They could, and then when the white dude finally got, like, when they identified who it was, then it turned into mental illness is real, and it gets all this other shit. All these racial tropes just went away then. You know what I mean? I was arguing with a white guy one day, and I asked him about white on white crime. This nigga said, what white on white crime? I don't got, and I showed him a video of this dude up here killing his 3 kids for no reason, and he ain't had nothing to say. So, I'm just saying, like, all this reverse racism and y'all trying to use all this shit, Black Lives Matter, we didn't start that. We didn't start the NAACP. That was all started by white people, and that's why I'm trying to, like, tell black people, stop getting involved in these look, in these little entities they make in these little groups, because look at this shit. Go back through history. Anything that we start, they come down and infiltrate that shit and kill everybody. Most of the Black Panthers was kids. These wasn't no grown-ass 40 and 50-year-old people. These was kids. They went through there, they shot Fred Hampton and then took pictures with this nigga. While his wife was pregnant with him in the bed, they shot his whole crib up and then took pictures with him. That's what they do to us. When it's time for us to get, be like, when we really make some shit up, they come fuck that shit up. So if you see groups out here that got black on it and they're still thriving and everybody getting in trouble, it's because they behind that shit. Like I said, all this fake reverse racism, when y'all are the main corporates that sit here and pump this shit up all the time. Y'all done got away with doing all this stuff. Y'all done murdered kids. I watched 3 videos last night on YouTube. One from Toledo, one, Ohio, one from somewhere else. I don't know where they was at. And then one from somewhere else. And it was all the cops fucking with black people walking down the street. The one girl was in Toledo, was walking to work. She ended up in a police car trying to walk to work. The other one was there was 3 little boys walking across the street. The cops stopped them. They arrested one little dude because he wouldn't give them his information. They kept asking them why they stopped him. They told them it was a pedestrian stop. And this nigga went to jail. And then the mom and them come out and say that the police was messing with him because of some shit his brother did. The other 2 boys that was with him didn't get in no trouble. Just he did. I watched a girl in Delaware. Oh, that's where it was at, Delaware. For some reason, y'all niggas need to get up out of Delaware because I done seen this shit twice in a week. They had another girl up there that had dreads. They yanked her out the car by her dreads and was dragging her by her dreads and everything over the same kind of shit. So if you stay in Delaware and you black, you need to get the fuck on because I wouldn't want to be around no shit like that. That's damn near like slavery. To where a motherfucker can just beat your ass for no reason. I mean, they're going to do it most places anyway. Like I said, Ohio is super racist. We done had 2 riots up here in the last 20 to 30 years based off police brutality in Cincinnati alone. You know what I mean? I watched a dude sick his dog. A police dude sicked his dog on a dude up in, I want to say it was Toledo or Akron. They was there for something totally different. The dude called his dog a bitch. And it was a white dude that was showing this video. The white dude was appalled. He was like, I can't believe this shit. But he called the dude police dog a bitch. And this dude, they held this nigga down. And this nigga wasn't even in handcuffs. He literally held, I was amazed by the control he had. He must got a high tolerance for pain because this nigga literally put his hands behind his back with no cuffs on him while the dog was biting him. They held him down with the dog bite on him on purpose because he called the dog a bitch. And y'all talking about racism? A fucking dog? They can't even understand what the fuck bitch means? That y'all call dogs bitches anyway? That's what I thought dogs was, a female. I mean, I thought bitch was, you know, the old definition used to be it was a female dog. I mean, I don't understand how you even do all this. He got in trouble, but the fact that he thought he could do that is what lets you know how racist it really is. But the one dude, I said, the other people that got arrested, this dude told the officer when he got there, oh man, you missed all the fun. Missed all the fun? Like, what are you talking about missed all the fun? Because y'all got some niggas pulled over that's missing all the fun? This is how people think. And then these motherfuckers call you reverse racism. like that shit's just it's a bunch of bullshit. Y'all done killed off more people on earth than anybody else, than any other group of people, and y'all talk about reverse racism. I know people that was in the military, that went overseas to Saudi Arabia, and they said they was getting ready to shoot American soldiers because of the shit they was doing to people over there. The person I know that told me this went to therapy after they came back to the United States. Because they said they was really going to kill these people for doing this shit to people that it ain't doing nothing to them, just minding civilians. They ain't got nothing to do with the war or what's going on over there. Y'all guys over there raping them, beating them up, doing all kind of shit to them. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with dropping bombs on babies that ain't got nothing to do with nothing? Y'all don't see nothing wrong with none of this shit? But y'all are talking about how violent black people are, and most of the violence that y'all see from black people be against other black people. Like, it don't even be against y'all. Half y'all, the white people that sit on the internet talk about racism and all this bullshit, be talking about Chicago, don't live nowhere near no damn Chicago. It gets an excuse to use. And that's why the news continually show it, because what they're doing, this is what I was trying to make, the point I was trying to make in one of my other videos, is what they're doing is they're making these black factions. I watched a dude come on the internet named Grandmaster Jay. You can go see this nigga. This nigga was Trump security. He ran for the president. He was lying at one point to he was some kind of music person. Because I think they try to put him in as an infiltrate rap. But he's so fucking stupid and his personality so fucked up that they just ain't gonna work. Anybody believe in this stupid ass nigga? This nigga had a song called The Military. What was it called? The Microphone Mercenary. He tried to perform this shit in front of some niggas. Niggas was looking at this nigga like, what is you talking about? The Microphone Mercenary. I don't even know how motherfuckers let this shit go this far. But he was on the internet talking about he got 8 Grammys and all this bullshit. Ain't nobody ever heard of him. And then all of a sudden he turned into this revolutionary leader a couple years ago. Had this fake ass black group he was out here with trying to start shit to get white people to respond to the group. And that's all they doing. They're making us up groups to get us into fights. Like, they done started up. They got us in so much like beef and problems, and they're making everybody think we get crazy. And they're showing this news footage on purpose to make everybody black look like whenever somebody black, if one person black in America does something, everybody black around America has to take the blame for this shit. No matter who it is. It could be a 10-year-old that we ain't never seen before ever. We're taking the blame for all this shit. And that's why they're creating all these little groups and factions. They're trying to make it seem like they're giving black people all this stuff. Like last year on the Grammys, they tried to say, well, they had some kind of award they gave Dr. Dre, but only black people can win it. Since when? Why would y'all even do that when Beyonce got the most Grammys and she's black? So why would y'all even have to make a Grammy for black people? It wasn't for us. It was to piss off white people. Oh, we can't win that award? Look at all the stuff they're giving. That's why they be saying this shit. Look at all the stuff they're giving y'all. They don't be giving us shit. They can say this shit and put our name on it just to have an excuse, and then these motherfuckers bite on the shit and just run with it. Oh, they gave y'all affirmative action. That shit didn't help us. None of these little things they done made up for black people, supposedly, that they made up, have never really helped us. They give it to the foreigners and the other people that's going to be like coons and do their dirty work for them. That's what they do. Go on YouTube. All these dudes, for real, most of these people that got these big-ass platforms ain't even from over here. So how you get out? Man, my son went to a whole YouTube seminar to learn how to use YouTube and how to get a big following. My son ended up with over 1 million views after he did that seminar, but there's people literally popping up out of nowhere that's on YouTube for no reason. They got all these following. The dude Byron Gaines or whatever the fuck his name is, Myron Gaines or whatever, the little dude from Sudan, a white dude showed that he was working for the feds and then all of a sudden got fresh and fit. And y'all don't see nothing wrong with this? Y'all don't think these people be agents? You don't think they just be giving these people platforms just to come on there and talk crazy? And all he talk about is black people calling us niggers. He don't even be saying nigga. He be saying niggers. And he got a big ass following, and they gave this nigga a whole platform. That's what they do. That's why I don't even take YouTube serious, because I know I can see the people that's actually have to make their page from the ground up and get followers, and then it gets be somebody that come out of nowhere and they got 1 million followers already. That's because they giving them, they know if they, like, these people ain't stupid. They know if you go on Instagram or anything and anybody see 100,000 followers is following you, they're gonna follow. That's why I say follow. That's why it says that. They know when you read that, okay, I'm going to follow them. That's all it is. They're not stupid. They know this. They know if they put somebody out here with all these millions of views and millions of followers that people are going to click into their videos because they're going to be like, well, how they get this? They got to be saying something, right? Because they got 1 million followers. No, it's a trick. So that's what I'm saying. All this little fake-ass reverse racism shit, we don't have no power over white people. We can't tell white people they can't have no job. We can't tell them where they can go and where they can't go. They try to act like they don't got no. Man, I live in Cincinnati. I was out here at this rich neighborhood one day. They had a golf course neighborhood looking. Look, man, I don't even know how this shit don't be on ESPN, this neighborhood. This shit look crazy. I was like, it wasn't nothing but white people. I'm like, hey, y'all complaining? I was in another neighborhood out there. They had a tennis court, a fake chess set that were real, like, big-ass chess pieces. They had that, a tennis court, a baseball court, a pool, and some other shit. Ain't nobody black stay out there. What is y'all complaining about? Y'all can't go nowhere? What is y'all talking about? I ain't never seen nobody white go into the hood and get fucked with for real. And that's hoods all over America. White people go walk right down the street and nobody even say nothing to them. But y'all claiming y'all can't go nowhere. And it's all this reverse racism. Like, don't fall for these Jedi mind tricks, because that's all it is a Jedi mind trick. These people just be talking because they're trying to relieve their guilt from all the shit their ancestors done did. You know what I mean? My whole thing, they talk about, well, we didn't do nothing to black people. We weren't even around. Okay. So, but the whole thing is, this is what y'all don't understand about nature. Nature adapts. Just because you wasn't around for some shit don't mean that you don't have to experience it, because what happens is it gets passed down through your DNA. And I'm going to tell y'all like this. I was watching the Animal Planet one night. And they was talking about how all these rattlesnakes now won't rattle for real. The rattle is to let you know, get the fuck away from me, dog, before I bite your ass. That's the rattle. They said they don't rattle no more because people keep catching them. So now they just bite the shit out of you. They don't even make no noise. That ain't because that was passed down from other snakes that's been caught through their DNA. It's the same thing. When I moved to Virginia, when my brother first moved down there, it was a time where you could throw those little Alka-Seltzers up to the seagulls and watch them explode. When I got down there and tried that shit, they wasn't falling for that shit no more. They wasn't around when these other seagulls got blew up, but they understood that, damn it, don't eat that damn white pill. So all that little other shit about who wasn't here and blah, 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 no, because it's passed down the trauma and all that stuff from all these people that had to go through this stuff. It's passed down through DNA. It's passed down through DNA. So that's why people evolve. That's why animals evolve. That's why like a lot of stuff you see going on, a lot of stuff that animals used to do back in the day, they don't do no more. Or they've made an adjustment to what they're doing. So all that little, we wasn't here to experience this and all that, we still experience it because when Obama was in office, at least 30 people got killed by the police. So even though we wasn't here in the 60s and the 50s, don't mean that we wasn't here to watch this shit. So like I said, quit falling for that reverse racism shit. I'm pretty sure most of y'all don't fall for it anyway. But just don't let these people get that off on y'all, because I'm tired of hearing about it for real. I'm sweating. It's hot as a motherfucker. But I'm just telling y'all, man, like, don't let these people Jedi mind trick y'all into bullshit. Because that's all it is, a Jedi mind trick. They don't really have no facts to back none of this shit up. They just be talking. They think because we had a black president who was really some white president's cousins, they think that cured all the racism. No, that's not the same. Let us pick our own black president then if it's all like that. Why can't we just pick who we want to be the president if it's going to be a black one? Why we got to let y'all go pick somebody's cousin out and assign this nigga to us and then use that against us as to say ain't no racism? That's racism in itself, that you had to go pick somebody else to mislead people. That's racist. It's racist that y'all can sit on here and say little stupid shit like, it's the Kangs and Quains. Okay, so you mad because we found out that we wasn't monkeys in the jungle swinging? That what you mad about? Because we didn't the ones that called ourselves kings and queens. Them statues over in Africa did. Them fucking monuments and shit that they left behind that y'all tried to go over there and paint and destroy, shoot the noses off, all that stupid shit y'all was on. That's what told us this shit. So you mad because we found out that we more than just jungle monkeys like y'all tried to say? We was in the jungle and y'all had to come civilize us when really it was the opposite way around? That ain't racist? Y'all had it's a whole documentary on YouTube called Human Zoos where they had black people on display calling them monkeys and half monkey and all this shit. And you know who it was that was helping this shit go through and be like believed? Fucking people from Princeton and Harvard, these scientists and shit was backing this bullshit up knowing that it was a lie. Like I said, all of our black leaders that was trying to actually help us is dead. Now we got a bunch of motherfuckers that's been assigned to us by white folks and we're supposed to follow these people. That's racist. It just is. It's racist that you don't want one group of people to have nothing. They can't own shit. Like I told somebody, and I'm going to tell y'all on this video, and I'm getting up off of here. Name me all the black people in Hollywood, because I just watched Dick Gregory talk about yesterday about how Michael Jackson's will got changed. His kid's name wasn't even spelled right in his will, which means that he didn't write it. The one he wrote, who knows what happened to it. I watched Richard Pryor's bodyguard say the same thing happened to Flip Wilson and Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor showed him his shit and then died, and they came and took all Richard Pryor's shit. So I'm asking y'all, name me the black people that have been famous or had all this money that died and that was able to leave that money to their families. Because ain't nobody been able to answer this question lately. And I've been asking this shit for a couple weeks now, and nobody can't seem to answer this. Because it don't happen. Every time we got somebody that's black and that's famous, when Oprah dies, Oprah's last name is Winfrey. I guarantee nobody with the last name Winfrey, if that's even her last name. But I guarantee nobody from her family be talking about some, yeah, we inherited Oprah's money and we done bought this business and we done, I guarantee it. Generational wealth is not made by one person. It's passed down and passed down and passed down and then it accumulates. So if you're stopping people from creating generational wealth, all these people that's been millionaires and billionaires that ain't left nothing to their families, it ain't because they don't want to. It's because these people won't allow it. That's racist. And then the first thing y'all want to say is, y'all been over all this time, y'all still ain't got nothing. Yeah, I wonder why.